I'm quite excited. It's like a bride, yeah? I'm going to be bersanding on the pelamin again.
The weeks leading up to the installation of the king have been very hectic for the Raja Permaisuri Agong. Tunku Hajjah Azizah Maimunah Iskandariah has been busy, not just with media interviews, but also overseeing preparations in the palace for the installation ceremony.
So of course I'm nervous because all eyes will be on us. And my parents or my mother was around, she would remind me, walk properly, walk gracefully and all that. Her eyes would be on me, and after any function she would call me, you didn't do this right, you didn't. But you know, my mother's passed away within a year, my two mothers. So I've got nobody to advise me at the moment, yeah? Telling me what to do, how to walk, how to sit. Yes, I'm quite nervous. More nervous with the throne room, whether the decoration is good. I'm more concerned with the alas dulang. I'm more concerned with the tablecloth that's going to cover the tray, and because it's those little things that people take it for granted that everybody does it. You just sit up there, but I cannot. I must have it perfect. I must have it nice. So these are the things that that I want. I'm more concerned about, because I must have a hand in everything. As Tunku says, you like to be kepo in there. No, not kepo. No. I want to see things done nicely, and so because of that, I say, I think it's like this, like that. Things. I mean, I'm not totally involved, but it's just more like, as I said, the decor. Yeah, I want it nice.
Growing up royal has prepared Tunku Azizah for her role as queen.
Tunku's Agong's father was the 7th Agong. My father was the 8th Agong. Yeah, so I was a young girl then. I was in my early 20s, and I used to follow my parents when they were the king. So we sort of know what the lifestyle of the king is, that formal part, and used to accompany them on their state visits to Indonesia, to Thailand, to Brunei. So I sort of know what this life is all about. Yeah, that was as a young girl. And then I married Tunku Agong when my father was Agong. We had our wedding in 1986 in Johor. Then I moved to Pahang, and I've been Tunku Puan Pahang for 33 years, 32 maybe, yeah, 32 and a half, little bit, 33. And then I was made Tunku Puan, and a week later, Raja Permaisuri Agong, right? I don't think anything has changed. It's just been like that, right? It's the life that this is my life from young. So I do not see any transition. For me, it's just a continuation.
Being king and queen, she says, should not change how they are.
I don't see why being the king and queen that would curtail what we have always been doing. Tunku and I we like to put aside protocol. We like, as Tunku said in the parliament, relax lah. Relax, yeah. Tunku likes, when he goes to the kampung, he likes to sit on the floor, he likes to mingle around. He wants people to be at ease, That's what Tunku is, and that's what he has taught me as well, and that's what I think my parents taught me as well. And sometimes you have to be very damn royal. You have to be. When you want to be royal, I can be very, very royal if I want to. But most of the time we are quite there on the ground, yeah, and that's what we teach our children as well.
Not many people know that Tunku Azizah is a huge history buff, which earned her the moniker, the walking encyclopedia, from her husband.
My children call me, and no need to Google, just ask Mama. She knows every history. Tunku sometimes asks me, how am I related to that person? I said, okay, this person married. I said, see, I don't need to ask anybody. My wife is my walking encyclopedia.
It is this fascination with history that has informed Tunku Azizah's passion for cultural preservation, which over the last 15 years is manifested in her project to revitalise the traditional silk weaving technique of Tenun Pahang Diraja.
History makes you what you are today, right? And this is part of our history as well. This is that rich part of our tradition, the arts that we have. I mean, don't look to the West. Everybody wants to have a Picasso, everybody wants to do. But you know, we also have our own traditional arts and craft. And this is the part that I play in Tenun, because Tenun Pahang was a dying thing. In 2005, we only had 15 weavers left. And I said at that time, if nothing was done, it would just die within 10 years, honestly. And something had to be done. And all the weavers were getting old as well. If they do not impart their knowledge on weaving, we would be nowhere.
The Queen has also published 3 cookbooks for which she spent years finding authentic traditional Pahang recipes so that they could be recorded as part of the state's heritage.
If I am to leave my legacy, I would like to be known as for someone who championed the cause of to preserve what we have, our heritage, and that's very important because I want it to be for the future generations. I mean, that the role that I played to preserve and to ensure that this thing goes on for many more generations.
At the time of the interview, Tunku Azizah was busy with her needlework, stitching the seams of kain sampin that would be worn by her children for the installation ceremony.
So everybody is quite surprised. He said, "You mean you sew it yourself?" "Yeah." "Why?" I said, "You know, why don't you just send to the shop? They just machine it." I said, "No." And this is the traditional way of joining the samping. You must put it together, make sure that the pattern meets, and then you, what you call it? Jeluju. Apa jeluju? I don't know what you call it. You make and then you have to sew it by hand. Yes, and then you have to turn it around and cut the other side and fold it in like as in a baju kurung like that. Yeah, this is all hand. That is why I want, you know, baju kurung to me is something that it should be totally preserved. I know we have baju kurung modern now, every go there in a machine and in a seam, but to be able to do this still is all hand. And that's what I do with the samping, and I showed that. So they all said, "Oh, by hand?" I said, "Yeah." "But isn't the machine?" I said, "No, this is what you call first class needlework of joining. I mean, this is how people do it in those days, and in the palace they do it. You see the machine, can you see that it doesn't meet the design all?"
Her Majesty is also a keen cook, and though she has a private kitchen, Tunku Azizah makes her way to the palace main kitchen quite often.
I would just cook the entire 6 dishes for Tuanku. And because I want them to see this is how it's done, this is how this is done, this is done. But I think you cannot only just show once. Sometimes you show once, they come out still with something different. So yes, it has to be like a few times before they master it. And I do cook in my kitchen. We make our ice creams there. That's where I bake. But it's up where they're down there. The ingredients are down there. So I prefer to be with them and then roll up my sleeve and then, you know, and make chaos in the kitchen down there, the kuali on it.
Though she has an arsenal of recipes under her belt, Tunku Azizah shares that her ultimate comfort food is a very basic staple of many Malaysians.
You see, sambal belacan, petai, ikan masin. I'm very easy. I mean, that's sambal belacan, ikan masin, petai, sambal, and sayur air. Just a vegetable soup. And that makes my day. I'm very happy. I don't need any other food. I can have 3 platefuls of rice with that. Yeah, or sometimes in the middle of the night if I want something. Nothing like telur mata lembu goreng, ikan goreng, and we learn to eat when we grew up. You learn to eat, hot rice with a knot of butter, and kicap, and you mix it and with the ikan goreng and telur mata lembu. And just green chili. That's my comfort food. I'm quite happy. And sometimes I do enjoy my Maggi, Maggi letup.